My head. What the hell? Johansson. Novak. Novak, come in. Great. That's just great.
Welcome to the Colonel Does Morningstar Descent to Bedrock from Red Herring Labs. So I thought we'd try this game out. This looks kind of cool. It's a point-and-click adventure game. And looks kind of neat. Interesting storyline. I've been playing it for a bit, so we might try this in more of a walkthrough kind of format. See how that goes, rather than watch you guys fumbling. Watch me fumbling through some of the puzzles. But it looks kind of cool. The only complaint I have about it, well, there's two issues that I have with it. The menu's not the issue. This is kind of cool. It looks like Johnny Number 5. But we have very little in the way of controls. So either we can turn the music off or on. Sound on or off, speech on or off. I believe it is an indie game, so, you know, it's not all the bells and whistles that everything else would have. But it would be nice to be able to control the volume of each of these. The other complaint that I have is with the speech. We're kind of locked in, so when there's text coming across the top, you're locked into the speech, so you can't do anything until the speech is complete, or you skip it completely. Sometimes you can't even do that. And I would almost prefer to turn it off, to be honest, because it's not that good. But, you know, it is what it is. Not too much as far as help goes. And the I hate to criticize the writing, but some of the dialogue could have used a writer's touch, shall we say. You'll know what I'm talking about as we go through. So let's take a look around here. We've got the ladder to the medical room. We've got a ladder to the cargo bay. We've got Johansson, who is unfortunately kind of wedged in there. And we have a control panel, and we have an engine room. So some things you have to hover over to kind of activate the little sensor box. I believe you can right-click to view some of the items that go into your inventory, which is on the right side here. And you can interact items with each other. So again, some of the stuff you have to find, some of it's a little hidden until you notice it, and then it kind of fades away. So interesting interface. So let's take a look at the ladder.
It's too dark up there. I wouldn't see a thing.
So everything's dark because we don't have power up there or down there to the ladder, the cargo bay. So we need to do something here.
It's the engineer's hibernation chamber. Looks like poor Johansson didn't make it. I should have a second look at him after I manage to open the chamber from the medical room.
Okay, so we need to get up to the medical room to open the chamber to let Johansson out. Unfortunately, Johansson's kind of had the biscuit. Oh, pardon me. Hibernation fluid tube.
It's the tube that supplies the chamber with the fluid and electricity. Maybe I should check it closer.
There isn't much we can check yet. Hibernation fluid we're not going to be able to do anything with yet. Control panel.
The panel doesn't have power. I need something to power it up.
Alright.
The door is held firmly closed by the hydraulics. I can't force it open.
Okay, so the scene is set. So we can go to the corridor. So let's go there.
No active Powell. Come in.
Finally. This is Powell. I read you.
Listen. I'm injured. It's really bad.
What is it?
Well, it's bad. Just get to the cockpit as fast as you can.
Okay. Hang in there. I'll be there in a minute.
High drama. Alright. So, cockpit.
It's stuck. The computer must have tried to close it according to the atmosphere containment protocol when we crash landed. I hope the hull is intact.
Okay, and then the control panel, obviously, to open the door. Nothing we can do with that yet. Cargo. So there's really not much else we can look at. Ooh, what is this? We need a wrench. So when you click on the items that are on the floor, or anywhere else for that matter, it brings up a description, and then it goes into your inventory. Cargo container. Built-in rechargeable battery. Or power cell. So now we have a doll. So let's go back to the cargo containers. And we can take the doll. Use it on the control panel. Sweet. Alright, to the engine room. Okay, so we've got a nano glue gun, which we're not going to be able to use yet. It's a non-adhesive, nano-adhesive applicator. It's missing the adhesive compartment and the applicator head, so there's pieces we have to get for the nano glue gun. We have space between cabinets. So this is one of the components for the glue gun.
Johansson, our late engineer, used to use the top of these cabinets as a work desk. They're full of his stuff.
As we will learn about Johansson, he was kind of a messy guy. Alright, so we got a loose panel here.
It's the main power conduit that channels power to the rest of the ship. It seems to be offline. It has a safety switch that shuts down the power going through it to prevent the user from getting electrocuted. The main panel got loose, and it activated the safety.
Okay, so we're going to have to do something with the panel.
The right engine is shot to hell.
And the right engine is shot to hell.
The middle engine looks fine from the outside, but you never know. We'll ultimately find out when we get off this rock. Several cables seem to be loose. They must have been torn down when we crashed, and most of the conduits are fried.
So most of the conduits are fried. It says stuff that's loose, but every time you try and do something with this, it just tells you that it's shot and you can't do anything. Okay, so we got a broken fuel cell. Transformer in its control circuit is missing, so we're going to have to find that. And the main reactor.
The ship has very little power, and the reactor is offline. I will need some extra power to start it up again.
Okay, so we've pretty much done, I think, everything we need to in this room for now. So let's go back. Let's see, we need to go back over here to the corridor. And the control panel. Can we use a wrench on that? There we go.
I broke it open with the wrench and released the valve.
Good job. Okay, so there's Novak. He's got the whatever that is through his chest. So we've got a fancy screen here, which there's nothing we can do until we get power to. We have a
There's
hull.
a small crack behind that bulkhead.
So we need to do something there.
It's an endless desert. Why do spaceships always crash land on desert planets? Why couldn't we have crash landed on a tropical beach planet?
So, two birds with one stone there. The writing and the voice acting. Not exactly stellar. Alright, let's check out Captain Novak.
Wow, that does look nasty.
Right. Listen. We need to get this rod out. The suit's medtech has sealed my wounds, so I'm alright for now. But you will have to patch up the holes in the suit after you've removed the rod. You'll need some glue for that, I guess.
I think we might have something in the cargo bay.
Hurry up, alright? And everything shut down after the crash. So while you're at it, try to get the power back online and reboot the mainframe.
I'll get on it.
I'll monitor your progress on helmet cam. Radio me when you need help.
Thanks, Novak.
That's still Captain to you.
Yeah, make me say it.
Just get to work.
The guy's dying. Yeah, make me say it. Okay, so we need to get rid of the pole out of his sternum. But we need to have some glue to seal up his suit when we remove it. And that, I'm sure, is where the nano glue gun comes in. So we got a screwdriver here. We're going to need that.
Both consoles blew up, First Novak's, then mine. I got lucky, he didn't. I hope he makes it, though. I admit, I don't like him that much, but I don't want him to die either.
Yeah, because then it's all you. Okay, so nothing else over here, so let's go back. Can't do anything here. So we've got a screwdriver. So let's go to the engine room, and let's use the screwdriver on the loose panel.
There, I've tightened the screws. Wait, that should have turned off the safety, and the conduit should be humming with power.
Okay. It's hibernation fluid tube. I think we can take this off.
I've unscrewed the tube. There's an adapter piece underneath it.
Okay. So we're gonna need this. And we're gonna need the electric wires. Okay, so we have a wrench, we have a screwdriver, a broken fuel cell, nano glue gun, an adhesive compartment, and I think we can combine those two. Okay, so it's a half assembled glue gun now. We're missing the applicator head, and there's not much else we can do there.
It's too dark up there. I wouldn't see a thing.
Okay, so let's go back in here into the cockpit.
The touch panel has no power.
What am I missing? Hibernation fluid. We can't use that yet. Need to get the power turned on.
I've screwed the panel back on, but the safety switch is still on, and the conduit is making crackling noises like a badly tuned TV set.
Initiating bootstrap of mainframe. Warning, main reactor offline. Currently operating on auxiliary power.
Finally. Nice job, Powell. Computer, determine cause of course deviation.
Course compromised due to an extreme gravitational anomaly.
Specify source of anomaly.
Shockwave regression analysis places source of anomaly on the second planet of the Beta Cygni system.
Specify our current location.
Beta Cygni 2.
Wow, we're on Deadrock? The Deadrock?
Looks like it, yeah.
Well, that's just fantastic. Of all the inescapable places in the galaxy, we had to end up here.
I admit, it sounds pretty bad.
No, this is way worse than bad. We're on the one planet that no one's ever returned from. Even the UN has declared this place off limits.
Well, you're right, but there's nothing we can do about it now. Computer, damage report.
Main reactor offline. Engine 1 and 3 offline. Hibernation chambers 1 and 2 offline. Hibernation chamber 3 non-functional. Hull breaches detected in cockpit, medical room and cargo bay. Carbon dioxide concentration in ship exceeding toxic levels.
Wow, that's all?
It's not as bad as it sounds.
Yes, it is.
No, listen. We might have a chance to get out of here after all. We still have one engine intact, and the thrusters seem to be working too. But you need to see what's wrong with the hibernation system and seal those breaches. Go and check the CO2 filter in the med room. It hurts like hell when I try to move, so I'll just stay here. But I tried to scan the planet's surface for life signs.
Game over, man! Game over! Alright. You know, if the ship crash landed because of gravitational anomaly, how's it going to get off with one engine? Things that make you go, Alright, so we can still go up, but before we do, we need to turn the ventilation off.
That turned off the ventilator in the medical room.
Okay. So now let's go back. Okay, so in the medical room. So let's go to the wall panel.
There's
Open
a
the first
syringe
aid kit.
inside.
Okay, we're going to need that. And excuse me, we've got a service panel.
It's an access panel for the life support system and the power grid.
So let's unscrew the panel. Oops.
That was pretty easy.
Yep, it was. Okay, so take the
The steel pipe is part of the O2 circulation system. I wouldn't do any damage if I removed it.
All right, good to know. So let's remove it with the wrench. Okay, so now it's a steel pipe that we have in our inventory. Behind it, we have some insulation. We're going to need that. And let's examine
There's
the
a
hull.
small crack behind that bulkhead.
Okay, so we're going to have to seal that. So now let's go over to, you know what, let's check the
It's
examining
supposed to be
table.
an examining table, but Johansson used it as an extension of the desk when he ran out of space while working on one of his experiments. But it's surprisingly tidy now.
This is the delivery. He's so excited. Okay, so we got a keyboard here.
Opening hibernation chamber 3.
Okay, so now we can get Johansson out.
It's a status report on the hibernation chambers. It says there's a malfunction in one of them. If we can't fix the hibernation system, there's no point in even taking off. We wouldn't survive the voyage without hibernation, even if we go to the nearest starbase.
Okay, so we got to get that back online at some point. Need the glass. And let's take a look at the carbon filter. It's used. Okay.
I've taken out the old filter. I'll have to find a replacement somehow, but I'm almost sure that I won't find a spare part on the ship. I might have to rig something together from what I do find.
And we'll do exactly that in a few minutes. Alright, so we pretty much checked everything so far in here. So now we've got Johansson's fallen. We got the spilled hibernation fluid, so let's grab some of that. And we got a drain. Can't do anything with the drain yet, but there's something in
I can
there.
see something inside the drain, but I can't reach it with my fingers. It's too deep down.
Okay, so we're gonna have to go back in there. Let's go up to the medical room and go back to the analyzer.
Analyzing sample. Please stand by. No living cells found in sample.
Did you get that, Novak?
Yeah, it looks like the nutritional fluid is shot to hell. It must have been the extreme gravitational forces.
Of course.
We'll have to replace the fluid somehow.
Have you seen all the sand out there? I doubt there's anything living on this Deadrock. I think I get the name now.
That doesn't really help us, you know. But I've been able to scan the surface, and I found another vessel that has crashed. It's not too far.
Were they caught in the same crap we were?
How am I supposed to know? I don't even know why we crashed. I detected no life signs, so it must have been a while ago. Anyhow, you'll have to visit that other ship.
Ah, crap.
Yeah, I've been unable to jumpstart the reactor. There's just not enough juice. Plus the computer says that the plasma injector is fried in engine 2.
Damn. It looked like it was okay.
The good news is that the other ship is emitting a standard military distress call. So it's probably a military ship, which means compatible parts for us.
I never thought that one day I'd actually appreciate your enthusiasm for all things military.
See? Anyways, see if you can find some replacement for the hibernation fluid and a spare injector for the engine. And we'll need some extra power, so take that empty fuel cell from engineering with you, if you haven't already.
Is that all?
And get me a cheeseburger while you're at it.
Wow.
Okay, pal out.
Large fries,
Pal out.
Diet Cola.
Knock it off, you stupid son of...
I heard that.
I know. Now let me get to work.
The guy is dying in his chair, and he's bantering. Alright, so let's go back to the medical room, and we'll go down to the corridor, and we'll go down to the cargo bay. Okay, so there's a bunch of stuff here.
No use climbing it. The upper walkway is blocked as well.
Okay, so we can't use the ladder. So this is the
It's
glue.
a universal adhesive that uses nanotechnology. This baby fills up holes and cracks like nothing else. The nanobots inside distribute the material so it's absolutely airtight after it is cured. I'll need something to carry it around in.
And we have just such a thing, but it's not complete yet. Not sure what the firecracker is, but let's grab it.
The containers are blocking the way to the back of the cargo bay. They must have fallen down during the crash. I can't move them by hand.
Red herring labs. Don't know what this is supposed to be used for yet. Okay, so I think we can use the steel pipe as leverage.
I'll need something with good leverage to move these containers.
Okay, so maybe not.
It's full of fine leather jackets. One firecracker will be enough, I think.
Okay. Got all this. We need to get something. So we can't use... I wonder...
The syringe can't reach whatever's down there. I need to figure out some other way to get it out.
Nope. I know what I'm doing wrong here. Okay, we need to grab some of the nano glue. Okay. Now, we can go up here and help Novak out. Okay, so let's use the syringe of nano glue. There we go.
I managed to get the rod out and seal the suit, but I don't think he'll be able to move anytime soon. His suit's medhack needs to take care of his wounds again. I'll just leave him here to rest for now. Oh yeah, and I broke the syringe in the process. Sorry about that.
Of course. Okay, so now we have a steel rod. We can go down to the cargo bay and move the containers.
I moved the containers out of the way with the steel rod.
Okay. So we need the can of beer. Very important. We need the gas mask because it's got carbon filters in it.
The control panel that opens the rear loading door is acting up. The circuit must have been overloaded when I restored power to the ship. Maybe I can override it.
You certainly can. Let's use some of the electric wires.
I have overridden the controls with the electric wires, and the control panel is now working. Open, says me.
Says you. Okay, so we can't exit the ship yet because we're not done.
I still have a couple of things to do here before I venture out into the desert.
Okay, so let's go back. And let's go back up. And let's go check out the drain. So the drain, we need to put something in the drain to bring the items up. So let's open the can of beer.
I've poured the beer down the drain. It's filled up, and now there's something floating in it. What a waste of a perfectly horrible can of beer.
Wow. Okay, so there's the applicator head. So we need to put the applicator head to the assembled glue gun. So now we go back down the ladder and fill it with the nano glue. Okay. Go back up and let's start filling in some of these hull breaches.
The glue has sealed the breach almost instantly.
Awesome. And let's go back here. Go up to the medical room. Go to the panel.
The glue has sealed the breach almost instantly.
Sweet. Alright, now let's go over to the desk and take a look at the ventilator. So now we have a gas mask that we can combine with the adapter tubes. Cool. So now let's combine the gas mask with the insulation. Awesome. And then let's combine the glue with the gas mask. So now it's sealed. So now we can MacGyver this.
The gas mask will serve as a temporary CO2 filter. I'll just have to turn the ventilation back on again.
Alright, so let's go back and do that. Go back down. Over to the corridor. Cockpit. Turn the
The
ventilation
readout
on.
says that the CO2 levels are starting to normalize throughout the ship.
Awesome. Okay, so let's go back here. And let's go to the engine room, I do believe. And I believe we still have one more hull breach. There it is. So, well, I guess
There's
we
a
need
small crack behind that bulkhead.
to examine it first, and then let's fill it.
The glue has sealed the breach almost instantly.
This is Novak. I see you're about to go out into the desert. Now listen, try to take care of yourself. You're my only chance of getting off this planet alive.
I appreciate your honesty. Now, do you have anything to say, or did you just call to piss me off?
Just a recap of what we need. A full energy cell and a spare ejector for the reactor. Plus some sort of replacement for the nutritional fluid of the hibernation system.
I knew all that. You really do like to play captain, don't you?
I don't have to play it. I am the captain. Okay. I uploaded the coordinates of that other ship to your suit, plus some terrain data.
Okay, thanks. I'll get back to you when I have something. Pal out.
Real people just don't talk like that. I'm sorry. Alright, so we're outside the ship. And we can examine the sand. We can enter the ship again. Or we can walk to the desert. Check out the sky. And we also have our map here that we can click on the little magnifying glass and check out the readings. And that's about all we can do. But I think we're going to do that in the next episode. So hopefully you enjoyed this first part of the walkthrough. If you have any comments or suggestions, please feel free to leave them below. And until next episode, please do take care.